Hello everyone, this is Lam here. In today's Fuji Friday, I want to take a look at the Fujifilm's remote camera app and use it as a selfie screen. This was a suggestion when I was actually doing some of my videos from my viewers, and I definitely wanted to test it out for them. So today I went ahead and I mounted my smartphone on top of my camera just to see if I can actually use it as a selfie screen. And for the most part it does work. There's definitely some pros, but there are also a lot of cons with it. One of the things that you'll notice right away when you use the Fuji camera app is that there is no landscape mode. So you're going to have to hold your phone vertically, or when you mount it on your camera, you're going to have to mount it on your camera vertically, which is a little bit strange because when you look at it, it just doesn't look right. But it does do the job. You can actually frame yourself. You can actually see yourself when you need to when you start recording. A couple of interesting things to note is that once you connect to the remote app, none of the buttons on the X-T3 actually works. So when you actually start recording, you're going to have to hit it on the app and not on the camera itself. Another thing that you'll notice is that the autofocus does work, but unfortunately it doesn't really give you feedback on the autofocus when it comes to the smartphone. So it just works, and you're going to have to assume that it's doing a very good job. You don't get the focus box or the face detect box. You'll just notice that you're in focus or you're out of focus. So you're going to have to assume the camera is going to be doing a really good job. But the X-T3 does have an excellent autofocus system, so I don't think that will be a problem. But you're going to be the judge because you're seeing the video right now, and I'm just putting my hand in front of the camera lens just to test out how autofocus is doing when I'm actually moving in and out of the shot. And hopefully it's doing a really good job. One other important thing to note is that since this is going over wireless, what you're going to notice is that the screen, it looks like it'll keep up with you, but occasionally it'll just freeze up and it'll just lock up and then it'll catch back up. So this freeze frame thing, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if it has something to do with my phone, the camera, or a combination of both. I just notice it. It might be a latency thing. It might be a data rate thing. I'm really not sure because I can't test it with multiple smartphones. If anybody's actually using the remote Fuji app, please let me know if you actually are experiencing this, in which you'll see a live feed for a couple of seconds and then it'll just freeze frame and then it'll just catch back up. That's what I'm experiencing with my phone. It's not really that big of a deal, but if you need a live feed on your phone, this is not going to do it for you. So very quickly, I just want to interject and break in right here. Hey, this is Lam in the future, where I'm actually editing this particular video, and I learned something that is really important while I'm editing, and it's something that I need to actually say before I actually continue on with this video. The important thing to know is that even though you can set your camera to record in 4K, when you use the remote app, it's actually only going to record in 1080p. So it's only a 1080p recording that you're getting. And I am a 4K channel. I only do my vlogs in 4K. So for me, this is a deal breaker. I would not use this app because it doesn't allow me to record in 4K. Now, if you're a channel that does record in just 1080p and you like that workflow, I think this app will be great and you should continue watching this. But for anybody who wants to do 4K workflows, this is a deal breaker and I would not actually use this app. Okay, so I just want to do a quick walk around vlogging test with the remote camera app active because I just want to see if I lose any functionality. I don't think I will, but you never know. It looks pretty good. I actually do like being able to see myself and the framing of it, but with this large lens, I don't think it'll be much of a problem. As you can see, as I walk around, I can actually see the lighting, so it's actually kind of nice. But it is a very large smartphone on top of my camera, so it is a bit awkward. I do like, however, seeing myself and then seeing the lighting hit my face. It is actually very helpful. But it looks like the video is going to turn out really good. The only way to know is for me to actually go look at it. Alright, so that was a quick test with the remote camera app while I was walking around. Seems to be working just fine. It's actually pretty nice to be able to see yourself and start recording. Unfortunately, one of the things about this app is that it's very limited in functionality. The only things you can really do is you can actually hit the record button, you can change your f-stop, and you can change your film simulation, and that's about it. There's really not that much functionality. When you compare it to like the Panasonic app, you'll just notice that this is very lacking in terms of an app. But if you just need the screen as a reference point to frame yourself, it'll definitely get the job done. So before wrapping up this test, one of the things that I do want to test about this app, because I don't know if face detect is on. I know it's on in the options. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move away from the center of the screen, and then I'm going to put something that's close to it and see what happens. I think it's only really focusing in on the center of the screen. So if I put this over here, I'm willing to bet it focuses. Oh no, it's still focusing in on my face. Oh wait, I wonder. I'm trying to see what happens. It looks like it'll focus in on this and not on my face. Now if I take it away, it'll look like it'll focus in on my face, but if I return it, it looks like it will focus in on something that's more towards the center. That's what it looks like on the camera app. I'm really not that sure because it is a little bit laggy. Yeah, it looks like anytime I put this in front closer to the center, it's going to go ahead and focus in on whatever is actually at the center of the screen. The second I take it away, it'll look like it'll focus back on my face. So again, it's a little bit limited in what it can do because you can't actually control the focus points. But in a pinch, if you're at the center of the screen, I think you'll be just fine. So that was a quick test of the Fuji camera app. It definitely is kind of useful. I really do enjoy using it, and for this small period of time on the test, I can definitely see myself using it if I have to be away from the X-T3 and I just need to trigger the start and stop of a recording. It is fairly limited, but it can be very useful. Definitely let me know if you actually use the remote camera app and how you use it. And also if I missed anything, if you want me to test anything, definitely let me know about that. I'd be glad to try it out and try to test it. But that's all I have for this week. So until next time, thank you so much for watching.